20%.
Well, it's a timely reminder for those who are considering voting reform that if they do so, they are going to end up with Sir Keir Starmer, who does not share their values and their beliefs in controlling our borders and believing in his patriotism in this country. And let's not forget that Wes Streeting chose yesterday to tweet out that if you vote Conservative, if you believe in strong borders, as Susan Hall does, that you're some sort of racist and white supremacist, to quote his words directly. Now, I'm hoping Jonathan will actually condemn those comments, because to suggest that people voting for a mainstream political party and the Conservatives are somehow white supremacists is disgusting and abhorrent, especially when the Labour Party are the ones who are found to have breached the Equality Act 3 times under the former leader, Jeremy Corbyn, with the anti-Semitism that went rampant within that party.
Well, Jonathan, do you want to respond to that?
I mean, this is just nonsense from Jonathan. I mean, he's going on about immigration and Rwanda, and he's doing very well to speedily run through all of his lines in his briefing pack in every question he gets. But you were the guy who was nearly bursting with excitement the other day at Prime Minister's question about this fellow who's been given $3,000 to go back to Rwanda, saying it's how marvellous. Then we got the news that there's over 700 across in a boat. That's more than your Rwanda scheme's going to. That's more than your Rwanda scheme's going to take over there in a year.
So what's your deterrent? What is your deterrent? Because the Rwanda,
700 in a boat.
Okay, so your idea is we're going to tell people if they come to this country they can claim asylum. You're then going to claim you're going to process them quicker. If you process them quicker, where are you going to put them? So are you going to do returns deals with Iran? Are you going to do returns deal with Syria? The reality is you're not going to do. Please don't patronise me, Jonathan. The reality is you're not going to do a returns deal with Iran, with Syria. So ultimately, you're going to accept them to stay in this country, which means you are aiding and abetting the smuggling gangs, because they'll say, get to the UK, get to the UK, they'll let you claim asylum, and ultimately they'll let you stay here, because as long as you say you're from a country that is no longer safe.
On one boat on Wednesday who's going to get on them flights,
Jonathan Ashworth,
if they take off.
We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
I want you both to answer.
There's only going to be about 350 on flights.
There's going to be more than that, because there's no cap on the scheme. The Rwandan government has said there is no cap on the scheme. And you and I both know that's the reality. Yes, there is an initial figure to test the system, but there is no cap on the scheme. And when we get that deal off the ground, you watch how many mainstream European countries are going to copy that deal, how many other deals we'll do, but you have no plan. You have no idea, apart from we'll process quicker, accept more. It's a Labour migration amnesty in this country. They'll cancel around the flights. And the only letters they signed...
Trying to give the impression it was all sorted and then 700 turned up on his boat.
Jonathan and Jonathan...
The only letters they sign are for foreign national offenders to stay in this country, which
Jonathan and Jonathan, right? Political debates, good to be passionate, but we also want to be able to hear what you're both saying. And I want you both